These are the 10 key values of the Green Party USA. Grassroots democracy. I support that. I seek an activation of democracy with my campaign. One thing American citizens did very well was volunteer for duty when duty called, whether it was here or overseas. Every human being deserves a say in the decisions that affect their lives and to not be the subject of the will of another. Therefore, we will work to increase public participation at every level of government and to ensure that our public representatives are fully accountable to the people who elect them. We will also work to create new types of political organizations which expand the process of participatory democracy by directly including citizens in the decision-making process, and also, more threateningly, at those tables where public money is apportioned into private hands. Power to and from the people. We are involved, we plan to stay involved, and we're encouraging our families, friends, and neighbors and co-workers to be involved too. Politics is interested in you. So you need to be very interested in politics. Number 2, social justice and equal opportunity. All persons shall have the rights and opportunity to benefit equally from the resources afforded us by society and the environment. We must consciously confront in ourselves, our organizations, and society at large barriers such as racism, class oppression, sexism, homophobia, ageism, and disability, which act to deny fair treatment and equal justice under the law. No one must be shut out or hampered in their attempts to participate in our society in which they live. 3, ecological wisdom. Human societies must operate with the understanding that we're part of nature and not separate from nature. We must maintain an ecological balance and live within the ecological and resource limits of our communities and our planets. We support a sustainable society which utilizes resources in such a way that future generations will benefit and not suffer because of the practices of our generation. To this end, we must practice agriculture which replenishes the soil, move to an energy-efficient economy, and live in ways that respect the integrity of natural systems, of biophilic systems. Nature is our mother, not our bitch. We need to look honestly at Monsanto and at the horrors of factory farming. 4, nonviolence. It's essential that we develop effective alternatives to society's current patterns of violence. We will work to demilitarize and eliminate weapons of mass destruction without being naive about the intentions of other governments. We recognize the need for self-defense and the defense of others who are in helpless situations. We promote nonviolent methods to oppose practices and policies with which we disagree, and we will guide our actions towards lasting personal and global peace. Violence is the last resort of an exhausted mind. These decade-long wars against countries with no army must be seen for the absurd waste of lives and treasure that they are. Where is the peace dividend we were promised after the Cold War? Decentralization. Centralization of wealth and power contributes to social and economic injustice, environmental destruction, and militarization. Therefore, we support a restructuring of social, political, and economic institutions away from a system which is controlled by and mostly benefits the powerful few at the expense of the many. Decision-making should, as much as possible, remain at individual and local level, while assuring that civil rights are protected for all citizens. Community-based economics and economic justice. 6, we recognize it's essential to create a vibrant and sustainable economic system, one that creates jobs and provides a decent standard of living for all people while maintaining a healthy ecological balance. A successful economic system will offer meaningful work with dignity while paying a living wage which reflects the real value of a person's work. Local communities must look to economic development that assures protection of the environment, and workers' rights, broad citizen participation in planning and enhancement of our quality of life. We support independently owned and operated companies which are socially responsible, as well as cooperatives and public enterprises that distribute resources and control to more people through democratic participation. Feminism and gender equality. We've inherited a social system based on male domination of politics and economics. We call for the replacement of the cultural ethics of domination and control with more cooperative ways of interacting that respect differences of opinion and gender. Human values such as equity between the sexes, interpersonal responsibility, and honesty must be developed with moral conscience. We should remember that the process that determines our decisions and actions is just as important as achieving the outcome we want. Respect for diversity. We believe it's important to value cultural, ethnic, racial, religious, and spiritual diversity and to promote the development of respectful relationships across these lines. We believe that many diverse elements of society should be reflected in all organizations and decision-making bodies, and we support the leadership of people who have traditionally closed out of leadership roles. We acknowledge and encourage respect for other life forms other than our own and the preservation of biodiversity. 9, personal and global responsibility. We encourage individuals to act to promote their personal well-being and at the same time to enhance ecological balance and social harmony. We seek to join with people in organizations around the world to foster peace, economic justice, and health of the planet. 10, the future focus and sustainability. Our actions and policies should be motivated by long-term goals. We seek to protect valuable natural resources, safely disposing of or unmaking all the waste we create, while developing a sustainable economics that does not depend on continual expansion for survival. We must counterbalance the drive for short-term profits by assuring that economic development, new technologies, and fiscal policies are responsible to future generations who will inherit the result of our actions. Our health and safety and the health and safety of future generations is affected by what we do now and by what policies we will enact as we move forward. I'm Roseanne Barr, and I approve these 10 key values.